Hi guys. I thought I'd make a little video about my latest Speed Champions set, but it's not actually a set from LEGO. It's a MOC, and so I thought I would start and explain a little bit about my inspiration and how I got started, and then show you the result. So this is my inspiration car, the Ford Mustang. And my aim is to build something very similar to this Ford Mustang, but in an 8 wide Speed Champions size. I've had this set for a little while, a couple of years I guess, and it was one of my early car sets, and so I really do like it. I like some of the details on it. It's got an opening bonnet, and you can see the engine. You can open the boot as well, and inside the boot is a little tank, a nitrous tank, I guess it is. And with the set, there was also you could put a booster motor in it and so forth. But I didn't want to make life too difficult for myself, so I thought I would go for the Ford Mustang Bullitt, which is from that famous movie Vanishing Point. So I found this image online, and I tried to kind of work out the scale of it, and so measured all the heights and the length, the wheelbase, the distance from the bonnet to the windscreen, and so forth. So it kind of covered all those heights. And then I needed parts to build the Super Champs or Speed Champs version of this, and so I needed a donor car, and I wanted to go for this dark green, and luckily this Lotus Speed Champs set had a lot of dark green components, and obviously the wheels and the chassis would be useful as well. Lots of dark green there. There's lots of other crap in it as well, that these little bits that really I can't utilize, but that doesn't matter. So I purchased from Intertoys when they had a special on, €16 for the donor set, and then I started looking for what I could make, and after a bit of toing and froing, and it's still not complete because I don't have enough of this forest green, I've made a little Speed Champion set. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'll just alter the position here, see if we can get a bit more light on it. And so this is the end result. I've put quite a few hours of effort into try and getting in the details right. Unfortunately, I don't have all the correct pieces to make it in the right colors yet. But the host or the donor car actually provided quite a lot of the pieces. I also had some dark green that I could use from Christmas trees and other little bits that I had. I've utilized these 5-spoke wheels because they were very similar to the Bullitt image, you can see. And I've made sure I've kind of added in the details. There was only a mirror on the left hand side, so I don't have a mirror on the right hand side. I've added in the door handles using a little skateboard from a minifig, and turn to the front. I've got headlights in, but I haven't worked out how to do any other lights yet. I've got the license plate there. Eventually this piece will become green, as will this, and these two will become dark green also. These two pieces here will become grey. I just need to order some pieces from Bricklink. This black line along here will also become green. And you can see on the roof, it's quite a complicated construction in the end. And I can take this off. I still haven't finished the interior, but I've got a bit of an interior going there. Steering wheel and 2 seats and a gear stick. But I wanted to get this kind of curved effect, so I need to get 2 of those in forest green. And this little roof construction, so quite complicated really. And underneath there, I've got some pieces to tie it all together. But I need to get those pieces in dark green. And this window, to get the back window working on the right angle, I've got that little hinge piece there, and this will all become dark green in the end. The roof goes on there like that. I'm going to alter this a little bit still. This will become all dark green, but you can see you can actually open the boot. I have to work out if I can open the bonnet, but that's all it can open because it's stuck here. So I might just have to work out some other mechanism for that. I did have this little Mustang symbol from the main set, so I've used that, and these pieces here will become dark green. As you can see, they're just inverted slopes at the moment, and I've had to compromise here on the lights. So I've only got 2 per side, and I've got to have to work out how I can do that. So there's 2 per side instead of 3, which is on the original car, and this grey piece here on the corner that will become dark green as well. I haven't worked out how I can make a thin grey line on the bottom yet. But that may happen, and this windscreen will turn to clear. But how did I do? Is that pretty good? Is it a little bit like the big one? Maybe not. A little bit. I couldn't get the scoop in as well. I tried to do something like that on the door, but I just found it with all the complications here in this doorway. This is just a 4x1 block brick, but I needed to put here a slope, but I just couldn't work out how to get that high enough without too many compromises. So I might revisit that later. But that's it, the Ford Mustang Bullitt.